I am sure that as of now, you all know that Australia has a plan to sponsor healthcare assistant to come over to Australia to work on visa 482, which is employer sponsored visa. And after working for 2 years as a full-time worker, you'll be qualified to apply for permanent resident visa 186. Voila, this is a new plan, and this just a plan that was proposed in May this year, like few weeks ago, like 2-3 weeks ago. And the new plan will kickstart as soon as possible. We are looking at July. However, the care homes in Australia have been given opportunity to apply for labor agreement that will allow them sponsor overseas trained healthcare assistants. So that's what is actually going on at the moment. So once the labor agreement has gone through, probably they will start sponsoring people to come over. This video today is to explain the requirement needed for you to be sponsored to come over to Australia to work as a healthcare assistant. Also to explain to you what is required to become a healthcare assistant in Australia. This will help you to compare the qualification and experience you have and get yourself ready. Once it starts, you will be able to apply and go through the process, okay? If this sounds like something you wanna hear, please sit back and let's dig in. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Jenkins Creation, where we keep it real. We talk everything Australian, lifestyle in Australia, migration, and every other information that will help you to make informed decision towards your migration plan to any country of your choice, be it UK, Canada, and so on. Okay, welcome. Thank you my subscribers. You guys rock. You rock. Thank you for keeping it real. And if you are new in this channel, please do subscribe to my channel. Belongs to a very beautiful community, Jenkins community, where we share love and we keep it real. Okay, please do like my videos, subscribe and share if you can. Thank you. Let's dig in. Few days ago, I made a comprehensive video explaining the proposed healthcare assistant visa sponsorship starting soon in Australia. So this video will not touch that aspect. Today I am just going to show you and tell you and discuss the requirements. Okay, all right. Welcome to Australia immigration website. Okay, so this is about labor agreement for aged care. So I'm going to show you the requirement for visa 482 for aged care workers, the proposed one. Okay, after that we'll go through the qualification that is needed. All right, so according to the recent proposed labor agreement, for you to get a visa as a healthcare worker in Australia, you must be working as any of these 3 job titles: nursing support worker, personal care assistant, aged carer, or disability carer. Guys, they are almost the same thing. They're under the umbrella of healthcare assistant. As a nursing support worker, you can work in the hospital, you can work in a care home, and you can work as a disability worker as well. As a personal care assistant, you can work in the hospital as a nursing assistant, and as aged carer, you can work in a care home. Disability workers are support workers. They work with individuals or they work in a home as well. They work with people with disabilities, and these people can be young or old people. For you to be sponsored under visa 482 by an Australian employer, these are the key visa application requirements. Okay, You must hold a relevant AQF certificate 2 or equivalent or higher qualification. You can also have 12 months of relevant work experience or part-time equivalent. Okay, so let's talk about NQF certificate 3 or equivalent. This is aged care certificate 3 or personal support worker certificate 3. Okay, so it's like 6 months, 3 months qualification. Most of the colleges, private or government, they will tell you they will do it under 12 months, but most time you can finish it in 10 to 12 weeks. However, there is practical component. That is what I want to talk about today. Many people have reached out to me asking me about one particular care qualification they got online for UK care visa or something. Okay, so when I explain the Australia criteria, you will be able to check if that meets up to the standard Australia wants. Also, there is skill assessment requirement. You'll be able to obtain positive skill assessment from the Australian Nursing and Midwifery Accreditation Council or from Australian Community Workers Association. I will drop the link to web page of these two assessing authorities. They have not started yet, but for you to have access to it and keep updated. Okay, now what is NQF 3 that is required? First of all, let's go online and look for a job as aged care worker in Australia or disability worker or anything. Okay, any job under healthcare assistant. Let's see the requirements. This is Seek Australia. Okay, all right, let's see jobs. All right, personal care assistant. What do they need? They say certificate 3 in aged care or certificate 3 in individual support. Do you see that? Certificate 3 in aged care or disability care or personal support is offered as one, and some school will give you any of those as elective, whereby you choose which area to major, or some of them will do all of them together depending on the school. Now let's go find school that offer this. Okay, so this is a school, TEF. I just want to tell you that you know that if you are an Australian citizen or permanent resident, that you can study this course for free of charge, just to show you how government is pushing for people to become carers in Australia. Okay, so they want more people in this area because of scarcity of labor in this particular area. That's why they're offering free tuition for any of the citizen or permanent resident that want to study that. Okay, so if you find any government colleges, they will tell you that you may not be studying there. So if you're here as as temporary resident or as a student, I would advise you to find a private college online. Okay, let's find one. Okay, so this is it. How much? I just want to tell you how much they charge for this. I want to show you. So when you go to Google, you can Google for private colleges, okay, in Australia that offer certificate 3 in aged care or disability care or personal support person. However, there is practical component. There is always practical component. Some colleges will tell you that they offer 120 hours of practical component, while some will tell you that they offer 140 hours of practical component. Okay, so you need to divide it by 7 and find out how many days, probably 8 hours every day or 6 hours every day, you need to work for you to be granted a certificate here. So this will be applicable to the qualification you have. Okay, so the qualification you have, for you to assess it, to get a positive assessment from any of those assessing authorities, they will assume that you must have a practical component to your studies, just like Australian standard. Remember, they're assessing you to be of Australian standard. Okay? Some of you have asked me if this can be studied online. I said yes, there are private colleges that offer online. However, I do not know if they can offer online to someone that does not live in Australia. You just need to email them because there is always a practical component to it. Private colleges will be your best bet for this if you are not living in Australia. Send them email before you enroll, because if you pay without making inquiry, you are on your own. So send email first. Tell them where you are living. Will you be able to do that if you want to do that? I don't think you need to go and rush and do this until the process starts. Okay? Wait for the process to start and see the assessment requirement from these two organizations that was mentioned that will be assessing the qualifications. Okay? This certificate will cost you between 899 Australian dollars to 1,200 Australian dollars. Do your calculation in your local currency. It will tell you the exact amount. Okay? For you to find private colleges in Australia to make your inquiry about studying online, and so just go to Google and search private colleges in Australia to study Certificate 3 in individual support. Voila, you will see a lot of them. Because you want to make your inquiry, ask question. Do not make the mistake of paying before asking questions. Okay? Also, I want you to know that studying this online will not guarantee anything for you. Like, yeah, you know how the UK one works. Not everybody that did that online course that were able to be sponsored. But however, you have to be ready. Okay? You can work with what you have. So these are some of the private colleges you will see when you search. You can send them email and make inquiry if you want to. However, do not rush. It is always good for you to wait and see the full requirements before you take action. Okay? All right, so that brings us to the end of this video. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel and do like my video and share if you can. Thank you. See you in my next video. Bye.